Thank you so much for joining. My name is Sven, and in today's episode, I want to share you the unique features of 24metrics and how we help our clients to fight the daily fraud challenges that are in the market and what features are unique to 24metrics, our approach to ad fraud, how we minimize false positives, and how you can benefit from this. So let's get into it. So as you can see here, this is our dashboard, and this is when you log in to the application on the first time. And the first thing is what I want to talk to you is about integrations, because integrations are important, and it is important that you can connect to your platform. So as you can already see, there are a lot of different integration types. And just to show you a couple, here we have connectors with all the common fraud, all the common marketing platform, including Google Ads, HasOffers, Affice, Everflow, AppsFlyer, Adjust, AppMetrica, and so on. If it isn't listed, that's not a problem. You can still do that. We have many customers using the real-time API. We have customers using the JavaScript integration. And if you have like a super custom platform, that's also not a problem because we have a custom integrator that can connect literally to any platform in the world. And when we do have pre-made integrations, then they are really easy to install. They typically can be done in under 30 minutes. And we are also the only platform that can actually also block clicks with these platforms, because if you're running things and maybe you're just getting the conversions, we can screen the clicks with all of these platforms. And that also makes us unique. We have the ability to block these clicks if you want as well. Now, an integration is very easy. So if you just take the example of Afis, here, in many of the cases, you can just put in your credentials here. You can connect to that. You put an API key in here, and you can also configure your configuration. And as soon as we have that, we're going to import the data into our platform. So it's very easy to do. And you can, of course, also connect your domains, and the results get automatically synced back to your Office platform. We're doing the same with other platforms like Everflow, Tune, and so on. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about are filters. And filters are obviously super important for a fraud prevention solution. And to begin with, what makes us stand out here is the ability to have custom filter rules by publisher, by offer, by advertiser, and it can be super customized. Let me show you how we do it. So if we say, okay, we have like a mobile app campaign, and we don't want that to be screened in the same way as it is done with like a lead campaign or an e-commerce. It may have different problems that we want to approach in a different way. So if we click on this one here, I can now see, okay, this one has specific filters here that I can toggle and edit. It allows me to set specific rules to specific publishers, as in here. I can add, I can remove, I can apply this to offers, and I can decide if I want to block those clicks, or maybe I just for now want to monitor them. On the next one, everything can be customized. We really believe in customization. We do not believe in a one size fits all solution because it never works. And if you can see here, if I click on any of these come like custom presets. So even if you don't know what to use, there are standard presets that you can use. that has worked for us and many clients well over in the past and addressed the common issues with each traffic and vertical. If you want to dig deeper, you can. We're not going to stop you. You can say, you want to detect bots? Do you want to detect proxies? Is it just the data and data centers and VPNs, or do you also want to block and detect residential proxies? Um, we have checks for click flooding. We have checks for AI compliance filters, like are you getting redirected to a browser extension, or is it adult traffic coming in? We can detect that. Uh, how do you want us to treat duplicate clicks? Do you want to allow that? At what level would you say that we should block? You have a lot of customizability. Um, and the good thing is about, because our team is everybody is comes from a media buying and an affiliate background, the team is here to help you. So we are here to help you, to advise you on these settings. We understand that it takes time to really find the perfect settings. You may say, okay, what are the right settings here, not to go too aggressive and so on. So the team can really help you to set the right filters. Also, as you can see here, we distinguish between clicks, conversions, and impressions. And that is because they are fundamentally different. And you don't want to, again, approach everything in the same way. If you get 5 duplicates from an impression that is maybe showing 5 ads on, that may be not so bad, right? If the view is a couple of duplicates here, that can happen. But what if it's like the duplicate on the same IP within a few minutes on a conversion level? That's a very different story, and that's why we have to distinguish them. And and yeah, so you can customize that, and you can really say, okay, what are my settings for clicks? What are my settings for conversions? And um, and we can detect all of these things, and then that's when you get really good results, because you don't have just that one size fits all solution. It's actually tailored to your vertical and to the type of reports and KPIs that we're looking at. Another question is false positives. How do we minimize that, right? So you might say, okay, cool, you got all these filters, but how do we minimize false positives? And it's a strategy of 3 things. Number one, we have the filter customizations, right? Number two, we have inbuilt thresholds. So that means if it's a single proxy IP from amongst 1,000 clicks, and a single one of them belongs to a residential proxy, we're not going to block it, because we're going to say, well, there is a possibility this is organic traffic. But it is very different if out of 1,000, we have 500 coming from residential proxies and VPNs and data centers. That is a systematic pattern that we should flag. And this is how our fraud system operates. We're not operating only on a single, we're not only looking at every single click that comes in, but we're also looking at the whole history of that traffic source. We understand that this is a specific source, this is a specific offer. We understand the relationship between these things. And that's important because, again, a single VPN click, it can happen. That's not abnormal. What is abnormal if you get like a massive amount of it? And that's when you want to have these filters kick in. And lastly, we also have a feature that is unique to 24metrics, which is a rejection endpoint. So we have the ability to approve conversions retroactively. So let's say if we got like if we have a proxy that turned into a high paying customer, this conversion can be retroactively being approved, because now we have additional information. Even though the user was highly suspicious at the time, we now may say, okay, he has paid the credit card went through, the payment has been confirmed. Now we want to commission that. And we can, and that is another layer to minimize false positives. The same thing can be done the other way around. And if you go in and say, look, we may have um, we may have specific things that the data we're not receiving. Oftentimes, we're not receiving any credit card information. We're not receiving email addresses, phone numbers. But there can be legitimate ways to detect fraud and invalid users. But how do we push that into the system? And that is something that we have built a dedicated rejection endpoint that is unique to 24metrics, where your advertisers can push in their own rejection reason into our system, and we consolidate all the reasons in our dashboards and reports. What is also unique is our reports. If we look at our reports, they are very granular. So if we can always display the different levels of conversions and their level of risk, as well as the rejection reasons, right? So we're always transparent around that. So I'm just adding those here, and we might say, okay, these are bots, proxies, duplicates, cookie stuffing, you name it. We're gonna be transparent about that. You're gonna see what happens when and from which source. If you want to dig deeper, no problem. So if you may say, okay, I want to know more. This is maybe interesting, but you still want to know more. So you can say, we have conversion reports. And we can do that for clicks, impressions, conversions, and everything that we flag comes with a reason. And the reason is very, very transparent. So you would say, okay, this is a bot, this is a session time, this is a duplicate. So we always try to be very transparent with the reasoning. That makes it easy. Another unique feature is that we can share all these reports with your partners in real time. There's no extra costs. It's very easy to use. It's a shareable link that you can just share out and give everybody a real-time report access that they can look at the data so that everybody is in sync. So there is no need to share Excel tables. Everything is real time and easy to use. So, and lastly, there is a feature that we have launched recently. It's our own affiliate link tester, because we know that many of you use a link tester and to check your campaigns. And now we have built that right into the app. So you can select your URL. We are testing for latencies, redirect chains, deep link checks. We can simulate devices and countries. And yeah, and there's an API as well. So if you need to run a huge number of link tests, we can support that. We are really built for scale, and we can also build you very much high scale solutions for the clicks and conversions as well. We have clients that have 1.5 billion clicks a month. We have clients with like multi-million conversions a month. So we have built the infrastructure, low latency system, and fail-safe system to provide all that. We've worked many years on this. So, so what 24metrics can bring to the table is bring you the super customized solutions. We are building enterprise solutions as well, customizing them, and we also can operate at super high scale. I hope this information was useful to you, and I'll see you in the next one.